Hey guys, so we're going to talk about the most dramatic anime of all time. That's Peach Girl. Peach Girl, blow your mind amount of drama. No question. Crazy amount of drama. Now, it features so much drama that I don't even want to hear. If you have an anime that competes, no, you're wrong. This is it. No question. And if you're into drama, where are you? You should check this shit out. Now, if you're not in drama, you end this video now because you do not want to hear about this crap. Alright? Now, this anime focuses on a teenage girl. Her name's Momo. Momo, swims, and that's kind of where this show gets her name because she ends up getting a tan. That's why she's called Peach Girl. And it basically follows her through her life. She ends up getting made fun of and stuff, and people think that she sleeps around because she's got a tan. Turns out she doesn't. Well, not for the first half of the series. No, I'm joking. But I'll try not to give too much away. But this story basically focuses on her. She has the most evil, perfect rom-com villain of all time as a best friend. Oh, Sai is just an amazing character, and I'll get to her in a minute. But Momo basically is in love with this guy named Toji, and I'm not going to give too much away, but shit goes sideways in a matter of 5 minutes into this anime. Everything falls apart. And it's beautiful how she tries to reconstruct it, and of course Sai fucking tears everything apart. And yeah, it's great. Also, there's another character that you should probably know. His name's Kaishi. Kaishi, I never pronounce it right. But this guy, is kind is the archetype of the, nice, kind of handsome, popular kid guy. You know what I'm talking about. It definitely falls into stereotypes when it comes to the male characters. Not a big deal to me. I'm not into male characters. But having said that, I think that these stereotypes, they're able to keep it fresh enough because of the plot. And who is the driver of the plot? Fucking Sai. Sai. I cannot talk about Sai enough. I don't want to give too much away, so I'm going to try to limit myself. But this villain is so good at being evil with things that are realistic. I just can't talk about her enough. She moves the plot along. She fucking adds character development. She just is. There's no words. I mean, there's no way that you can come up with a better archetype. You can't come up with a better concept, a better idea of what a high school drama villain is. It's just Sai. That is the model. You know what I mean? And the cool part is you can see what she's thinking. It's not like she's some brilliant evil villain. This is like shit that happens every day. And that's what's ingenious about it. That's what makes it believable. And also what allows for the storyline not to just turn into every other romantic, dramatic story plot. It allows for actual character development that's more realistic. Even though all the other characters kind of fall into the stereotypes, this really makes it. Also, the schemes involved, the evil schemes that she comes up with, while they're realistic, they're incredibly devious. And that's also fascinating, too. I mean, I don't want to give too much away, so I'm not going to go into detail about it. But enough said, there's plenty of lying, fake boyfriending, and a bunch of other stuff that other animes sometimes do, but they just don't get it like it's real. They're not able to do that. It's like, it's perfect. Perfect evil female villain. There's so much plot in this story that just watching the first 5 episodes, it's like I've watched the entire first season of any other romantic comedy / drama fest. It's just, there's no question. It's just got more plot in it. Each episode is almost a series to itself with the amount of switches and jumps around, and it's crazy. Now, we're going to mention, of course, her Momo's great love, if you want to put it that way, which is Toji. Toji is a character that I think can be best summed up as kind of the early stupid love interest. You know, he's always kind of portrayed as a very intelligent man, but then he never really understands these schemes that are going on. And he always kind of falls for the traps. You know, he's kind of the lovable idiot in a lot of ways. Which is, like I said, the male characters kind of just fall into stereotypes. That's not uncommon, but I think that the plots that he falls into, once again, brilliant plot hole, you know, traps that he falls into. The other thing that I like about this series is, I'm going to bring up Sai again, is the fact that Sai, while she's this evil villain kind of concept, what's the real evil nature of her? Not necessarily her actions, but really that when you get down to it, it's the fact that she doesn't know what she wants. And when you get down to it, what's spawning this, you know, torture of Momo, if you want to put it that way, is the lack of really will to decide on her part. She doesn't have a goal in mind. She's not in love with anybody. So what she do? She does, like, you know, this is kind of like what me and my brother used to do. You know, if my brother wanted to sit on the left seat, you know, I'd beat the crap out of him. I'd take the left seat. Not because there's anything better about the left seat, just because he wanted it. And that's kind of the essence of her, you know, evilness in a sense. But having said that, in a lot of ways, it's kind of believable. I'll bring that up again. What else to mention about this series? It's not extremely long. It's like 20-something episodes, or it might go on to 40. I'm not exactly sure, to tell you the truth. But it doesn't break 100, which is the definition of long to me. If it breaks 100, you're a long anime series now. You get special rules. But yeah, real quick, the animation, it follows the manga, which in a lot of ways, if you were a fan of the manga, you're going to like the anime because of that. They don't really change the animation too much. They do take away some of the sexier scenes, but frankly, I didn't read enough of the manga to really give a shit. So, and I think that the other thing about the animation is the backgrounds they're kind of like, they're kind of painted, like crappy paintings of backgrounds. They don't go into too much detail. In a lot of ways, they're kind of a lazy way of doing it. But having said that, it didn't really bother me. It's just kind of something they do. The color template that they use in the anime is a lot better than in the manga. They definitely have more variety, more colors. Momo doesn't look as, I don't want to say anything too negative about her, but she doesn't look as bad in a lot of ways. And I think that definitely adds to it, because in the manga, it's almost like it's almost like a Barbie doll kind of stereotype of like color pattern, and that kind of just was boring. But they change it up a little bit, and that adds a lot to the shots. I think that the male characters, there's nothing extraordinary about the animation. It definitely has kind of a distinct style with the eyes. You know, it's not stereotypical Japanese animation eyes, but other than that, not much. The uniforms are slightly different too, if you want to get into the weeds on it. But yeah, no, that is not what makes the series worth watching. What makes the series worth watching is the drama, is the essence of the character development, which once again is caused by Sai, and eventually another character who takes on kind of an evil mantle, and I don't want to go into too much detail, but yeah. Also, if you get sick of the simple, you know, love, triangle, that's fine. This gets crazy. I mean, it's like everybody's in love with somebody else. It gets ridiculous. And, you know, and even though it's ridiculous with the amount of, like, different love triangle shit that's going on, they pull it off in a way. None of these love triangle scenarios are too much like each other except for the primary one. The primary one, it's got the stereotypical male figure, so it falls into that kind of plot hole, if you want to put it that way, or stereotypical plot development scenario. I don't know, whatever you fucking want to call it. It seems like every other anime. Everything else, though, crazy original. And I think that It's definitely worth a look if you're into drama, like I said earlier. If you're not, go watch something else. Go watch a shonen. But if you're into drama, can't fathom the amount of drama. I mean, it's like if you watched Days of Our Lives, The Brave and the Beautiful. I don't know how many soaps there are anymore. You know, I don't watch them. But I do know if you watch like all those episodes together, you know, you watch the entire like season of that. I guess they're not really on a season. It's kind of every day's got one. But if you watch an entire season of that crap, you would not even have half as much drama as like 2 of these episodes do. I mean, just yeah. I guess I should say that real quick too. The other thing is, even though it's got all this drama, the plot moves. You know, oftentimes when you've got a lot of drama, plots don't move. Soaps are an example. You know, you can tune in into a soap one day, like, and then come back a year later, you haven't moved that far. Anyway, not with this series. I definitely recommend checking it out. I think the weakest character, the most annoying character in this series is definitely Momo, in my opinion. No question. Or it's Toji. Toji gets annoying. Sometimes I just wanted to kill that guy. But, you know, this is definitely a good anime. You should check it out. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. That's what I give it. Anyway, you can subscribe, comment, rate it. If you hate this series, drop a comment. If you like this series, drop a comment too. It doesn't really matter to me, but I'd like to hear your opinion. I guess then it does matter to me. Anyway, I'm dragging this out. Have a great day. Bye.